is underway.
If you want to challenge, you can. Mr. Djokovic challenging the call, right service line. The ball was called out.
Must have felt good.
Can be good, huh?
Rafa says it's good.
Rafa knows his stuff.
We know what Rafa will be doing post-career. Setting himself up as a linesman, and there he is on the bike. You knew he would not be able to sit still, didn't you?
Yeah, they're getting ready for the next match. All of the players sat courtside. Richard Haig, the umpire for this first one.
He's not a tall man, Lleyton. He doesn't possess a big kick serve. He likes to slide around the right side of the ball, so look for that slider tee, slider wide. There it is again. That's his go-to serve.
He's been practicing fairly frequently of late. He's playing in the doubles, isn't he, in the Australian Open with Sam Groth?
Yep, and he played doubles up in the Brisbane International. He played the Fast Four with Nick Kyrgios. He's not far off the pace. He just hasn't played a lot of points. There's a bit at stake here. But he just thrives on competition. He'd love this. Packed house.
Even though we've only seen 4 points already, it's obvious that Djokovic has slightly changed his service motion, hasn't he?
Looks a little bit abbreviated to me. You remember when he worked with Todd Martin all those years ago? He changed his motion at that point, changed it back. But with that elbow problem, to me, just this right there seems abbreviated. Not quite Pat Rafa abbreviated, but heading towards it.
He's got the sleeve on. Wasn't able to hit for about 4.5 months once he shut his season down at Wimbledon last year. Been hitting for about 6 or 7 weeks or so now.
Pace-wise, we're talking 170k. He's not extending himself early. Now that is not really in Lleyton's repertoire, to stand up and deliver like that. He tends to want the grinding rallies, but at 3-1, he was playing with the casino's chips. He rolled the dice just wide, but I like the way he's thinking. Lleyton's at that point of his career now where you don't get $250,000 paychecks. This is big.
Tennis. Let's get courtsides. Pat, what have you got?
Well, I'll tell you what, Lleyton started well, hasn't he? And he's clearly been hitting plenty of balls. And this is a format he actually likes because, you know, he's got nothing to lose. He can go out there and, as Wally said, have a real swing. And here, because, you know, he's got his opponent moving all over the place. Djokovic moved very well today on the court at Kooyong. As you said, he's abbreviated his serve a little bit to protect his arm, but it doesn't seem to be affecting his pace that much. But, you know, Lleyton's got the good quick jump.
What are the advantages of shortening your service motion?
To me, it seems a little unnatural. And you've got to remember, Pat Rafa had an abbreviated motion, but had all sorts of shoulder problems. And I think the best servers have the most fluid motion. Think Federer, think Sampras, Nick Kyrgios.
It's relatively hard to make such a major change 30 years of age, isn't it?
I tend to think of the serve as more about the big muscles. The arm just comes along for the ride. And Novak just a little tentative, making a lot of errors here early.
6-2.
Lleyton, of course, has a very flat trajectory. He almost hits the ball in and away, and it's not the style of play that Novak would necessarily have been practicing against the last 6 weeks.
Win as far as Djokovic is concerned.
Well, you talk about a big point. He's a game away. He's 4 points away. We shouldn't talk in game, should we? There's the abbreviated motion of Djokovic. Just the takeaway at the onset of the serve. Cashy didn't mind toying with his service action over the years.
Yeah, just got that a little early, didn't he, Novak?
7-3, Hewitt.
He set the point up nicely.
A few errors off the forehand, Cashy. He's dumped a few in the net, a few have flown on him. That's a big miss.
It's lovely serving. Always been sneaky good, that delivery.
Set him up with the wide one time and time again, and then the flat
8-3,
bomb,
Hewitt.
and it gets a little easier when you've got a 4-point buffer turned into a 5-point buffer. Hewitt 2 points away. He's in. Get in, Lleyton. Oh, he wanted to get in. And then maybe went in on the wrong ball.
It's a shame. Lovely return, wasn't it? Always been considered one of the greatest returners of all time. He's made a nice positive start here.
He knew he should have gone in earlier. And then he finally probably went in when he wasn't quite inside the baseline.
How does a player, when they're 8-4 down like this, put to the back of their mind they're only 2 points away from losing?
Yes, Novak, he's played so many matches. Yes, Novak, he's played so many matches over the course of his career. I think he does a lot of things subconsciously. But you talk about the time away from the game, it gets tougher, doesn't it? And once your imagination takes control, it gets harder and harder to play. That's why the best players tend to have a lot of matches under their belt. There's referee, can't sit still.
No. Getting ready for action. That was a better serve.
Lleyton in the fast four competition, he had a lot of opportunities on break
8-5.
point to pick a side. He picked the backhand every time because he does not enjoy that wide swinging serve that drags him out of court. Then he has to hit the backhand on the run. In that case, he could not get to it. So, massive point there for Djokovic. Stays in touch. I would rather see Lleyton with that buffer try to make something happen. He kind of, well, that's the old Lleyton Hewitt. Scamper around like a jackrabbit at the back of the court.
8-6.
I don't know, but that gives Novak a bit of time. Just pinch it. Serve volley, Lleyton. Let's go a little cheeky slider into the hip and just come in. Let's see what happens. There's that forehand flying again. And the wide serve does the damage. Hewitt. Just match points to spare.
9-6. Hewitt.
It's a brilliant return.
Again, for match Hewitt.
Didn't Hewitt play well there?
10-6.
And he gets the better of Djokovic by 10 points to 6. And it's Hewitt who's safely through to the semi-finals.